Hey guys, it's Anders.
Blake.
And Adam from TV's Workaholics and the podcast This Is Important and the Pleasure Is Ours. We'd like to invite you to treat your friends and loved ones right by gifting them something from Trojan, America's #1 condom brand.
That's right. Trojan Bearskin Raw is America's thinnest latex condom, which helps you enjoy a more natural experience to feel it.
Oh, I feel you on that.
Wait, what?
So pick up some Trojan Bearskin Raw condoms, triple tested and trusted for over 100 years.
Trojan, do your best. Get yours on.
This is Dan. Dan uses Navy Federal Credit Union to save and invest. Luckily for him, Navy Federal takes the legwork out of managing his money, which gives Dan time to work on other things, like his new auctioneering hobby. If you want to be like Dan, learn about our savings and investment options at NavyFederal.org/save and invest. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Bidder number 63.
Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment options are available through Navy Federal Investment Services and are not insured by NCUA.
Welcome to Comedy by Indie Drop-In. Each week we feature an episode from the best independent creators. Hit the subscribe button for more great comedy content. If you would like to help support Indie Drop-In, check out our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Indie Drop-In or click the link in the bottom of the show notes. Today's episode is from Cold Callers Comedy. Don't forget to check out the show notes for links to subscribe to Cold Callers Comedy and follow on social media. Enjoy the show.
Begin.
You all right, Paul?
Ryan, you
What?
sound so different.
What do you mean?
I can't put my finger on it. You sound really different. Like
Clearer?
yeah, like yourself. You sound more manly. What's going on?
That's because I've got a microphone now.
Oh,
we're
that's
all
exactly
profesh.
it. We're we both got a mic. I've got a mic. You've got a mic. And we're doing it on Skype.
We've both got mics.
Yay! Hello and welcome to the Cold Callers Comedy Podcast with me, Paul Rich.
And me, Ryan Brannan. Every episode, me and Paul get together for a catch-up.
And we invite you to
Wake me up!
wake me up inside.
Can't wake up!
Wake me up inside.
Save me!
Call my name and save me from you. I don't know why I went into Michael McDonald at the end there.
That was fun. I
Evanescence.
felt like we had to do that because we've both got mics.
We've got mics, yeah.
Yay. I'm also sweating like a fucking pig.
Yeah, and I can see it as well because we're on Skype doing the video
Exactly,
thing.
yeah. Not advertising Skype, but I
No.
feel like Skype should get a bit of love, seeing as Zoom is everyone's go-to.
Whatever happened to
Thing
House Party? That was literally a flash in the pan.
House Party was a bit weird, though, wasn't it? You
was
could
a
only
bit.
get it on your phone, as far as I was aware.
And iPads, I think, if you have
Well,
an
I mean,
iPad.
pretty much the same thing, isn't it? Big phone.
Is
It's
it?
a big phone, mate.
It's a big phone.
You can't
Does it
talk
make
into-
calls? Kind of.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. If it's got the SIM card one, yeah.
No, wait, well, I mean, you can do internet calls, so you can
That's
do
true.
FaceTime and stuff like that, and all that kind of business.
Yeah.
It's weird looking at your silly face, Paul.
Yeah.
See you giggling away, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
It's good. It is better. Okay, maybe we'll actually have maybe a better rapport now that
Yeah.
we can see each other.
What are you
Except
saying?
I've
We didn't
got-
have a rapport before.
No, we have a rapport. It could be better.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, I don't mean could be better. I mean it could be better now.
Good save.
Yeah.
Tell you what, this just popped in my head actually.
Mm.
Have you seen that Cravendale milk advert?
Which one?
The one was like, it's not milk. They keep doing that. And then at the end, it's like, it's not milk. It's fresh milk. It's like, that's still milk. That is still. I don't know why, but it annoys me every time. And when it's on the TV, like my housemate and my girlfriend, like they kind of look at me when I go, "It's still milk." Just get really annoyed and point at the screen and say, "Liar!" Like, all milk is surely fresh, isn't it?
You would hope so.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, it's cheese.
Yeah. That is a bit. I was fearing the worst though. It's not milk. What is it? It's udder juice.
It's cow secretion.
It's nutrients for a baby calf.
Yeah, essentially. For all those people out there, just sort of like, it's normal to drink milk. Drink your mum's milk, Ben. Go on.
I'm not. I don't.
Go on. Do you remember? Did you ever see Mad Max, Fury Road, the newest Mad Max?
That's bait.
What?
That's bait. Yeah, I did. It's a meme.
Because haven't they got the women in that, and they're being milked or something at the beginning?
Oh God, yeah, maybe.
It's really weird. It's a really weird film. Good film, though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think Tom Hardy was kind of a weird choice, but there was. It
was better. It's better than a raging anti-Semitic.
Oh yeah. I mean, those things aside, Mel Gibson is a very watchable actor. You can't deny that. Like Tom Cruise is a weirdo clearly in real life, but he's very watchable.
Yeah, because he acts normal on the camera. You know what I mean? But I think is, I look at Mel Gibson, I'm just like, you hate Jews.
I think he hates a lot of people, to be fair.
Yeah, but like, he shouldn't hate anyone. Look at his privilege. Look at his position.
What was that they got that recording, didn't they, of him talking to his like girlfriend or one now ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever it was, and like he's there drunk and he's just there going, "You should be grateful just to blow me."
What a cock.
I mean, he lived that down, I suppose. I feel like he's kind of calmed down.
Stop being a Gibson sympathizer. You just want to watch Mel Gibson films. It's because you love Lethal Weapon so much.
I do love Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I like it too, but I watch it for Joe Pesci.
But anyway, going back to
Donald
Mad Max.
Glover. Yeah,
Donald Glover's great. Donald Glover.
Did I say Donald?
You said Donald, yeah.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah.
What annoys me is that I wanted to say the right one. So in my head, I was like, wait, is it Donald or Danny? And I was like, nah, Danny's the young one. It's Donald. Like,
Donald does sound like an older name.
That's why I went for it.
Yeah. Childish Gambino.
I'm getting too over this shit.
Oh, man. If they ever did do like I know they did a TV series, but if they ever did a Lethal Weapon reboot, they should just get Donald Glover to play Danny Glover's part, to be Murtaugh. Because, already the last
But he's not his
name's the
actual
same.
son.
No, I know he's not his actual son, but
just because he's
I really like Donald Glover, to be fair. That's the only reason.
Well, and then Tom Hardy to play. Stop taking all Mel Gibson's old parts, weirdo.
I know. Did you ever hear that theory, though, that apparently the director was like, nah. But the theory was that, the wild kid from Mad Max 2?
Yes.
The theory was that Tom Hardy was actually him, but grown up, and he was kind of like, because he hung around with him, he was kind of replicating him, but that's why he's still a bit like grunty and a bit like, it doesn't really say much, That was the theory, but apparently there was poo-pooed.
My name is Max.
Some people call me mad.
But I'm mad. The world is mad. Right.
How's your week been, Paul? Is that good, huh?
Yeah, well, I handed in my notice.
Did you?
Yeah. They said no. Didn't think that was allowed. So I'm still there. Nah, it's all good. I got to I'm working as far as I knew, I was working next week, 2 more shifts. I went in yesterday and I was taken off the rota. And I should have been like, all right, I worked my last shift today. But you're not expecting it to be last shift, and there was people I wanted to sort of be like, all right, see you never, that weren't there, and so I was like, oh, am I not working next week now? And she's like, oh, if you can, that'd be great. And I was like, And instead of going, nah, I can't now. So I'm off the schedule. Yes. I'm off. I went, well, I was meant to be doing it. You asked me already if I could work that week. And I said, yeah. So, and then I walked off, I was like, what a dick. That being said, I'm still not on the schedule. And if it comes to Monday and I'm still not on it, I'm just not going to go in.
Thing is, I can't imagine Sainsbury's would be one of those people where they kind of just, ghost you.
Not people. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
One of those companies. Sorry, like because I've worked with companies before where you've kind of been like, why am I not on the rotor for next week? And they're like, oh, that's weird. Like, will you do the rotor? What do you mean it's weird? And then they kind of go, oh, I'm sure you'll be on next week's, and then you're not. And it's just their basically way of firing you without firing you. But I can't imagine Sainsbury's would do that. I feel like that would be very wrong.
Well, I've not been. I handed him a notice, so
yeah. That's
why they took me off, because I think she just thought, oh, he's only got 2 shifts, so I'll just give him to someone else. He can go early.
You gonna miss it?
No. After today, no.
Really? Why? What happened today?
Just a bit. I'm just a bit over it now. Just a bit knackered from it. A lot of driving. Yeah. A lot of weird stuff.
I don't envy you. But at the same time, I do envy the fact that you've been earning money.
Yeah.
Especially with like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One X, Series X. Xbox X. Series
what is it
X
called?
Coming out. It's the Xbox Series X.
Right.
Because the one before that was the Xbox One X.
Okay, let's go through this, because it's a big thing. All right.
Yeah.
PlayStation had the right idea. I mean, that being said, I've never had a PlayStation. Right. I was always
never.
No, never. I was always a Nintendo boy. So the PlayStation wasn't called the PlayStation 1 because it was just called the PlayStation. It came out.
PlayStation,
right?
mate, yeah.
Next one that came out, what was that called?
PlayStation 2, innit, mate?
Why was that?
Because it was the second one.
Oh, right. That makes sense then. Okay. PlayStation 3, I would assume, came out after that.
You would be correct, mate. Yeah.
And after that?
It was PlayStation 4, wasn't it, mate?
And it was called that because...
It was the fourth one in the series.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, but let's go through the names for the Xbox, okay? The first one was called... What?
Well, no, I was going to say, like, obviously they had the PlayStation Portable.
Yeah, that's PSP.
Which was PSP.
Yeah, which actually sounds like something that you're missold.
They did have the other portable one, which was the PlayStation Vita.
Oh yeah,
the PSV. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, so we got PlayStation 5 comes out this Christmas time, I think. But yeah, Xbox, different kettle of fish with their names.
Yeah, so the first one makes sense, called the Xbox.
Xbox, yeah.
And it was a box that had a big X on it. From what I remember. So it was
huge. It was really. I had the original Xbox. And
I never had it.
It was like a massive slab.
I remember.
It weighed a ton.
And I got the GameCube that year, so it was the complete opposite. It was tiny. It was so
really
small.
Like a square football.
Not even that. It was really small, but I liked it. It had played these really mini discs as well, but it didn't catch on.
But it did all right. It did all right, didn't it?
It was all right. Well, the Wii came out and knocked everyone out of the park in terms of later on, but. Don't get me started on Nintendo game names, console names anyway. GameCube made sense. It was a cube for games. But the Wii, I think the Wii means something. 5. I think it means 5. So it was the 5th console.
Well, there you go.
So there you go.
Wii U, which is the next one after that.
Which was, I never got that because I was let down. So I got the Xbox One. Okay, well, hang on. We're going out on a tangent here. So the Xbox came out. And then after that you'd think would be the Xbox 2, correct?
You would.
Yeah. But what was it called?
The Xbox 360.
So what happened to the other 358, 9, whatever?
Well, the thing is, my guess was that they wanted to, like, obviously the PlayStation 3 came out. So obviously, if the Xbox 2 came out, it would sound like a step down.
That's
true. I kind of understand. 360 means that it makes your head spin, I guess.
So I would assume that the console was a circular shape, like a spherical shape.
No. It was a box.
That's a shame. 2 versions came out, didn't they? One was, I remember one looking a bit fat, and then one looking a lot thinner.
Yeah, so like with most consoles, you have apart from, or even the original PlayStation, you had the slimline PlayStation, which was so slim. Like it was so. Oh, and the PlayStation 2. That was the one that had the slim version.
That was it. Yeah,
that was like that you could Yeah, if you stepped on it, done. It was so small. But the PlayStation, obviously the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 brought in the wireless controllers, because that was always the worst thing with the wires on the controls. Because
Nintendo already did it, mate. Already beat them to it, wireless.
What, with the GameCube?
No, I believe. I'm sure they had it already. Or they had a peripheral that you basically would plug into the controller and then plug into the Xbox. It made it wireless. So they kind of did it first.
The Nintendo, you mean?
Nintendo did it first.
Yeah.
They do everything. Rumble, that was a Nintendo thing as well. N64. Rumble in the controller. No one had thought of that. Nintendo did it.
No, they're very, very innovative, and then certainly steal their ideas.
Yeah.
But it was always a pain, wasn't it, with the wires? But it was always a pain with the wires, because it was kind of like, if you had friends around or whatever, you'd be playing, and then someone would be like, right, and they'd get up and they'd walk through the wires, pull the console would come out, would then drag the TV over. All right, I best be heading off then. But yeah, through 360, I needed the PlayStation 3. Yeah. And then what was next, Paul?
Well, the PlayStation 4 came out, and Xbox, instead of bringing out the Xbox, just give it a different name. You know, I think, was it
originally like Project Scorpio or something?
Scorpio, yeah, I'm sure it was Project Scorpio, but it ended up being called the Xbox One. So that completely goes against your thought of, well, if they call it 2, it sounds like it's a bit rubbish compared to the PlayStation 3. But now they've gone ahead and called it the Xbox One. against 4, that's even bigger difference. Then again, I suppose Xbox now already have a name for themselves. So
yeah, I mean, was it the idea that it was just sort of like, this is the one and only console? It's like, well, it's not, because there's a PlayStation 4 over there.
Yeah, that a lot of people are buying. Though a lot had to be sent back, if I remember rightly. There was a glitch. Recalls.
To be honest, I will never buy a console when they first come out, because there's always issues. The Xbox One, for example, when it first came out, you couldn't get it without the Kinect. And that meant the console was about 500 quid.
Yeah.
It's like, who has that kind of money?
We waited, it came down in price, didn't we?
Yeah.
We got it at the same time of year, didn't we? We were like,
we did do it. Christmas time.
Yeah. It was like a Black Friday sale, but not on Black Friday.
Yeah. I remember sending you a photo on Christmas morning going, and you sent one back.
Yeah. It's so weird. We're so weird. And people must be really enjoying this conversation. I just realised.
Well, if they like games, they will do.
They will. And if they don't, they'll find it utterly boring. But
yeah,
whatever. So after that, and then all right, PlayStation, what they're going to call the next console, mate? After 4, must be.
Yeah, well, they had the Pro, so that was kind of the next one that came out.
I apologise.
The PlayStation like 4 Pro.
So the Xbox, around the same time, they brought out two extra consoles that are basically the Xbox One. One was the Xbox One S.
Yep.
S for simple.
Slimline. I don't know.
Simple, maybe. They didn't require discs. I think it was a purely online console, so you download everything.
Really? I didn't know if it was just because it was a smaller console or something.
A little bit smaller, maybe. And it came in white.
Ah, yes.
And then I got, because I thought it was lighter because the dimensions are smaller, I got the Xbox One X. I guess for extreme.
It gets very confusing then.
It does. Like, what? So I got that, and it turns out it was heavier, and which completely threw all my plans of taking it away with me. I was like, but I still took it because I'd already made the leap in buying it, but I took it with me on the plane. So,
I mean, heavier, but I guess it's still more compact, isn't it?
It was more compact, but I was worried about the weight of the case. But anyway.
Yeah. But was it sturdier? Did you feel like it was sturdier?
Oh, yeah, it's a much more solid console, and it is, okay. And it is HDR and 4K, so there is that.
Oh well, that's good.
There are certain games that Ryan and I played. One game in particular called Sea of Thieves. It's an absolutely gorgeous game, especially with the 4K.
We get killed a lot.
We're not very good. A lot. It's fun though. It's fun.
But yeah, it does get a bit confusing, isn't it? Because basically, the name of the console starts with the same letter that finishes it.
Yeah, Xbox One X. Now it's the Xbox Series X.
It just gets to the point where you feel like whoever was coming up with the names was having a stroke. I was just like, we'll call it the Xbox One X, Series X, Xbox.
I just don't get the series thing because that makes me feel like, are they going to bring out a whole range of them?
Yeah.
Maybe they are, but I don't know.
It's a weird. Is it the Xbox One X Series X, or is it just the Xbox One Series X?
No, it's just the Xbox Series X.
Oh, right. So it's not even a one there anymore.
Oh, do you know what? I don't know now. I better look that up. It's nice that I don't have to. It's the sort of thing that I can now decide whether I want to buy or not. Back in the day when I was a kid, and if I wanted something that was expensive, I'd be like,
save your pennies.
Please can I have one for Christmas?
Please.
I'll pay towards. And not knowing if I could get it or not, because I definitely wouldn't get it now if I was a kid, because that's super expensive these days.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, to be fair, I still couldn't afford to get it.
I know. Wait for it. Well, I'm going to wait for stuff to come down in price. Don't even think I will get it. But it just reminded me of a story that I've been reading that teenagers are dressing up as old people at the moment.
I heard this. Yeah, in America, isn't it?
With the masks on. It could be happening everywhere. To be fair, it will catch on.
Yeah, so
to buy alcohol.
Yeah,
and cigarettes and stuff.
Fair play to
Put makeup on.
Yeah, they're like putting full on sort of like foundation and wrinkles and stuff like that, and then wigs.
It's a lot of effort.
I saw one with a Zimmer frame as well.
That's dedication. That
just going in and going like, I'll have this tin of cat food and this bottle of white shite.
Shitening.
Can I get that crate of cider in the back there?
Please.
When I was a kid, my friend actually, I must have been about 16, and he was like, "Oh, we're going to get booze for the party tonight," sort of thing. And I was like, "How are we going to do it? We look 16." So what he did was he put on his dad's suit, which was
on
at
your
least
shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. It was at least two times too big for him, so it was kind of like hanging a bit awkwardly. He clean shaved, which I didn't get, but he said, "Oh, it'll make me look more professional if I'm clean shaved." He only had a bit of stubble, so I guess it just
I see his logic.
Yeah, and then he slicked back his hair, but the thing is, his hair was proper sort of like 15-year-old 90s like kid. Like he had the sort of like the long hair with the shaved sides. He sort of like slicked it all back. So and then he went into the shop, and then I think about 5 minutes later,
came out.
But he pretty much immediately came out with nothing. And we were like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Yeah, they didn't go for it."
That's a lot of effort. I just never did it.
No,
did I? No, I don't know. I used to get asked by the other kids to give me cigarettes. I was like, No,
I'm 16 as well.
I'm not going to facilitate that. No, you can get cut even you're 16, can't you?
It's gone up now, I think. I think it's gone up to...
Back then.
Back then it was 16, yeah.
Yeah, but can you get me alcohol? No, I'm not going to facilitate that. In fact, why should I? Okay, give me the money, sure, and run off.
I love the idea of like this kid outside a shop going, "Could you, excuse me, sir, could you buy some booze?" And you just going, "I'm not going to facilitate that," and then walking in yourself.
Why am I? And then I'm coming out of booze,
drinking it,
all just down a whole bottle in front of the kid, and then smile at him. I don't even like beer.
I think it's just about you said the word facilitate, like. It was really awkward yesterday. I was queuing to get outside into my local Sainsbury's, and where the door is to the Sainsbury's, there's a cash point next to the door.
Is this going to be a conflict of interest story for me?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it. And he was there sort of getting cash out. And as he was finished, he was walking away. And then another guy on a push bike sort of like sped up really fast and sort of like got off his bike. And the guy in the suit kind of stepped back and sort of like gave him a bit of a weird look.
Like, you're in my space.
Yeah, it was a bit, because he did come out of nowhere really, really fast. And I was a bit like, "Whoa, geez." But like the guy in the suit clearly gave him a funny look. And this guy who sped up on his bike was, clearly didn't like people in suits. And he was just sort of like, "Are you right there, mate? You right there? Oi, suit man, suit man. And the guy in the suit was kind of walking, looking back,
Faster.
looking awkward. And then the guy just left his bike and was just kind of walking after and going, suit man, are you all right? Are you all right, mate? Are you all right? And it was just one of these really awkward moments that went on
needless
for
violence.
far too long. Yeah, exactly.
Suit man.
Suit man.
That's a proper professional superhero name.
Well, like Superman, he sort of walks
But
around
backwards.
in pajamas, goes into a thing, and then
Puts
he
on a
wears
suit. No, he puts on. Now he's wearing a superhero costume, and then to actually fight crime, he goes into a telephone box and whisks around and he puts on a suit.
Someone's like, he's like walking down the street in just pants, drinking like a lager, and someone's like crying because their taxes are wrong, and he just runs into the telephone box, comes out, he's like, I'm an accountant.
What's that in the chair? Is it a slug? No, it's an accountant. It's Superman.
Hello.
Just whips the pages off the papers off them, and then gets a pen out like, and then done.
That will be £333, please.
Worst superhero ever. But I reckon we could get at least a 4 series run out of it.
On Prime.
Yeah, easily. They'll have any old shit.
We should definitely write that.
Yeah. Done. In fact, everyone, don't steal that idea because we've
Writes
spoken about it now.
TM, copyright.
Yeah.
Said. So
There we go. We can't call it The Accountant because I'm pretty sure that's a Ben Affleck film.
doesn't matter. There's so many things that are like, there was a Snowpiercer film and now there's a Snowpiercer TV series.
Well, yeah, to be fair, because that's the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't watched the series, but I heard it's not great. To be fair, I love the film, but I don't see how you could stretch the film out into a series. I know it's based on a comic book, but
Yeah. There you go.
Have you seen either?
No, I haven't. I want to see the film.
Film's good.
Fine.
Same guy who did Parasite.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not won an award. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Have you seen Parasite?
No, I still haven't.
It's a good film. It's a very good film. I kind of, I like the director anyway. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because I'll get it wrong and sound like a dick. But he's very, very good. And the only reason I went to cinema to see it, which was because it won the award, and also because Donald Trump was really racist about it.
He's awful.
He was like, "Whatever happened to American films winning awards? And the Oscar goes to some Korean film. Some Korean film.
God's sake." Right, the other day, he was basically going, "I'm not going to talk about China anymore. They gave us the plague." So, anyway.
We're on the. Well, I know that America are. They're like on the brink of having Cold War with China, aren't they? Like, there's all the Huawei
Cold,
stuff.
or it could be more. Well, even now Britain have sort of said. And he was like, Trump was like, "I told everyone to not to steer clear of Huawei. I did it. That was me. I won." But I read a lot of like business people going, we should be using Huawei because they're the only ones that have decent infrastructure for 5G to work. I don't even think we need 5G. Do we really need anything to be any faster than it already is?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fast already, isn't it?
It's pretty fast. I'm quite happy with the speed of it. So,
I mean, there's.
Yeah.
I don't often watch videos on the go and stuff like that. Mainly because it, eats up my data.
Exactly.
That's the thing. I'd rather just have more data.
or Wi-Fi beamed over the globe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
That's what they're trying to do.
I had a sort of a market research job come up recently, actually, which was it was like, do this, and and you get a £20 voucher. And I looked at what you actually had to do, and you basically had to install an app on your phone, and they just monitored everything you did. I was
That sounds a bit weird.
No, I'm not doing that.
As it's lockdown, though, is in our sort of mask it research.
That's my Paul's dad joke alarm.
Yeah. Sometimes I have corkers. Sometimes I have tumbleweed.
That was a tumbleweed.
That was a tumbleweed.
That was a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I'd forget I'd have the app I'd forget they was running, and then I'd just be there watching porn.
Touching yourself.
Touching myself. Touching me. Touching you.
Sweet Cara. Oh, God. Anyway.
Oh, right.
But hang on. So how was your week, though, mate? How was your week? And do you have it? And once you've said about your week, can you pinpoint a specific thing that was the best about it? Afterwards.
Yeah.
So what have you done?
Got a new microphone, didn't I?
That's probably the highlight, though, isn't it?
Here's Ryan's highlight of the week. Here's highlight of the week. Here's Ryan's highlight of the week. Ooh, highlight of the week. Here's Ryan's highlight of the week. Here's highlight of the week. Here's Ryan's highlight of the week. His highlight of the week.
Sat around a lot. Went out at one point. Then I came back again. It was nice.
That's Ryan's highlight of the week. His highlight of the week.
All right. Well, I thought your highlight was going to be the mic, but clearly wasn't.
I mean, that was a highlight.
It was my highlight, if anything. I can hear you much better, and it sounds so much better.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's good. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying having a microphone.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did a weird voice.
That did sound a bit like Kermit at one point, like a foreign Kermit. Talking of Kermit,
yeah,
there's like a new trailer for like Muppets Now or something, and the advert is like them all on a Zoom call. But Kermit's voice sounds really weird. It's like they couldn't get the actual guy, and maybe like they just got the sound editor to. Can you just do a voice for us? Post edit. It doesn't sound like Kermit.
It's like, hey, I'm Kermit the Frog.
No, it was like, oh, hey, everyone. It was literally like, oh, hey, everyone. Thanks for joining the Zoom call. I was like, what is this? They could have got me to do it. They could have got anyone who can do a Kermit impression to do it for an advert for a fee.
Oh, are you on about the new TV show? Are you on about the advert that was...
No, not that. Not the Facebook thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an advert trailer for a new TV show.
On Disney Plus, isn't it?
On Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus.
Do puppets, especially Muppets,
have feelings?
They definitely have feelings.
Yeah.
But do Muppets have to socially distance?
That's the thing. They're felt. I don't know. Virus can be spread on anything, can't it? So.
Oh, anti-backing poor Kermit. Just
wiping the eyes.
Viciously washing him and Miss Piggy together for 20 seconds under soap and hot water.
Oh, Kermit, don't forget behind your ears. I don't have any ears.
Oh, yeah, you oughta.
Hiya! Yeah.
Should we do our new segment then?
It's probably a bit late because I'm about to finish finish working for Sainsbury's soon. But it doesn't mean that I don't still hate driving, and in particular, I hate just bad drivers.
Do you have a theme song for this, Paul?
I will do. So when you hear it, it's because I've recorded it post-edit. But
okay. I mean, if you'd said it, we could have just believed it, and then
I'll just cut that then. Yes, we do have a theme song. This is called Paul's Road Rage Roundup.
When I'm driving in the car, I love the feel of the tyres on the tarmac. But when a knobhead's running late and they fail to indicate, I make sure that they know they're a bull sack. Don't get me wrong, I'm quite a nice guy, but if you cut me up, you're gonna die.
Move it, you tit!
Do you know what I really hate?
What?
People who don't indicate at roundabouts when you're waiting to come on. The ones that go in first exit and they don't indicate that they're going left. I could have gone. Yeah, so that's a new segment. Probably won't last long.
I enjoy it.
Good, it's nice and quick.
To be fair, like whenever I speak to Paul, whenever he rings me up, I have to say to him, "Are you driving?" And he's like, "Yes." And the reason I know he's driving is because he usually goes, "Fuck's sake, prick!" And I don't know if he's talking to me or he's just getting aggressive.
Sometimes but it's usually because of other drivers.
Yeah,
like a driver today hooted me for not entering the roundabout at a time where it would have killed me. Like, go! I can't go. I would die if I went now. Idiot. Yeah.
It's annoying, isn't it? I know the horn is there for a reason, but I feel like people use it in the wrong way. I definitely feel like people use it for the wrong reason. They just use it to get annoyed.
Yeah,
it's
meant to be
you're meant to be
like,
saying, "I'm here."
Yeah, but instead be flash instead, and that shouldn't be used for that either. It's fine.
You flash what with your knob?
You know what I mean? Full beam.
I know it. You show me a full beam.
All of it in the full. I think we should do the 1-star review game. Why did they give it 1 star?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Everyone has a point of view. Everyone likes a film review. These are movies that raise the bar. So why did they give them 1 star?
This movie's a lot of pull-ups, mate.
Yes, this is why did they give it 1 star? Sorry, that's not what it's called. It's why did they give them 1 star? This is the game show where Ryan and I try and decipher what critically acclaimed movie each other are talking about from the 1-star reviews that we are reading. Oh, God, I can never say that right.
I'm trying to decipher what this is.
What I just said. Basically, Ryan and I read out a 1-star review of a critically acclaimed film, and the other one of us has to guess what it is from those reviews.
Why did you just say it the first time?
Because I don't know. Because I was trying to sound clever, innit?
Oh, right, okay. So shall I go first this week?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, so here we go. 1 star out of 10. This is the tag. This is the headline.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? So predicted.
Love it already.
It says, huh? In capitals, but then so predictable. Considering this was in the top 250 of IMDb, it's hard. I don't know what that means. I think they missed out the word list.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to not watch this movie. I was expecting great things and whatnot.
And whatnot.
But alas, it was disappointing. And he doesn't know how to use full stops either. But alas, it was disappointing in every way imaginable. Maybe it was something amazing or different in you missed out the word but in the 60s. But today, it is just another predictable movie which won't impress today's audience. Just after the first murder, I predicted its ending. And not to my surprise, the ending was just as predicted by me. This guy's a fucking idiot. He then puts in brackets, trying not to write any spoilers. And why it's in top 30 movies is just beyond me. Maybe only old people are rating these movies, and there might be a lot of them. A lot of old people. I don't know what he's on about. And then new paragraph. So yeah, it's just not that thrilling or horrifying or anything it claims for today's audience. I am breaking the DVD right now.
Crikey. Well, I got the genre, but I don't really know what the film could be.
I'm gonna give you the line from the last paragraph from another review. Okay.
Right.
So you'll get it from this one.
If I've seen it, yeah.
I don't consider this to be the best Alfred Hitchcock film, to be perfectly honest with you. If Walt Disney was alive, we would share lots of reasons why this film is crap.
What does that got to do with anything?
I don't know. Why would he be like going round to Walt Disney's house if he was alive and going, this film is shit?
And Disney and Walt's sitting there going, yes, it is. Do you know what else I hate? What? Jews.
I think that was a pretty big clue.
And then Roald Dahl comes in with a cup of tea. Cup of tea, fellas. Yeah, Psycho.
Yes, correct. Well done.
Yeah.
You should put in a sound effect of like people clapping
Or dying.
What dying?
You know, being. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Go on,
maybe I
then, you'll
will.
go.
Maybe I will. Woo, just really unenthusiastic claps. I think.
Yeah.
I will do that in future. Yeah. Oh, do. Yeah. Well, you've heard it because I did it. Posted it.
Yeah.
So,
There we go.
all right. So my film.
Yeah.
1 star out of 10. The best movie in years for me to poop on. Let me preface this by saying I'm a fan of most of Ridley Scott's work. Blade Runner is a terrific flick, and Alien ain't too shabby either.
We're not according to the last few weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Then I saw the trailer for this film and some early reviews, and almost exclusively raves. I don't think he means parties, as in rave reviews, and got excited for a good, well-made film. What I got was the most boring movie I've ever seen in a theatre in quite some time. Initially, I gave the film the benefit of the doubt. A lot of people liked this, so it must get interesting sooner or later. About 45 minutes into the film, however, I realised it wasn't going to get any better. I first looked at my watch at that point and proceeded to do so at least every 10 minutes thereafter. I hoped the reel would catch fire and save me from watching the last hour, but alas, I had to watch until the end. I probably would have left, but I attended the film with my father, and we hadn't been to a movie together since Terminator 2. What you gonna do?
So what, the only reason he didn't get up and cause a stink was because he was watching it with his dad?
Yeah. To be fair, that was the same excuse I had when I went to see Alexander the Great.
Oh, really?
I really
was
didn't.
Was your dad enjoying it?
I don't think either of us were, but because we were together, neither of us wanted to leave. But if we'd have just said, sort of had a little look over each other, just like gave the little nod, we'd have known. But we were too we just thought the other person was liking it.
I love how they were clearly like, Colin, how's your Greek accent? He was like, can't do Greek. Can you just do an English accent? I don't want to. I'm Colin Farrell. So they had to make everyone else Irish.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about that before in the past.
Yeah, well, not on this, but anyway.
No, I think we did.
Sorry,
I think it was on this.
Maybe I don't know. We've been doing so many.
Yeah.
I'm not sure actually. So I guess it's Ridley Scott film, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of Ridley Scott films that aren't Alien, Blade Runner. Knock the mic. I can't think. Have you got another review?
I've got another one.
Okay, cool.
Chesterbrook Academy Preschool is here to help your child move forward academically, socially, and emotionally. You'll be amazed at the progress they'll make in our classrooms. They'll be ready for kindergarten and make lots of new friends in the process. So they'll be happy, and in turn, so will you. Contact us today to schedule an open house appointment starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday, January 22nd. Visit ChesterbrookAcademy.com to find a preschool near you. That's ChesterbrookAcademy.com.
Where is it? Oh, yeah. The biggest single indictment of this disastrous excuse for an epic is that the one truly great actor in the movie, Derek Jacobi, is brought in to bring a whiff of authentic class to hide the other whiffs. And like the others, is quickly snuffed. Jacobi, of course, was the absolutely brilliant star of probably the greatest Roman epic ever, I, Claudius. That scintillating 13-hour classic doesn't have a single boring or predictable moment, unlike this mess.
Is it Gladiator?
It is indeed. I didn't think it was boring. I love Gladiator.
I love Gladiator. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Why did the Roman centurion? What did the Roman centurion say after he ate his wife?
I don't know what.
He was Gladiator.
Fucking hell. See, that wasn't tumbleweed. That does get a nod of approval from me. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I'm glad it's a great film. It was Did Oliver Reed receive an award posthumously?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I think it was amazing work they did CGI. Because he didn't finish it.
Yeah. Because it was quite a large chunk of it, wasn't it? He'd already died, didn't he?
But yeah, they made it really... You can sort of see now where it is, but at the time, you couldn't tell at all.
The bit that always springs to my mind, though, from that film is Russell Crowe when he's his child and his wife are hanging up, and he's just got all that snot pouring down his face.
I have to look at that again.
Can you remember that bit? It's where he finds his family. I always think like, Jesus, a lot of snot. The only problem with that film for me, though, is that someone pointed out all of the mistakes.
Oh yeah, there is definitely that chariot mistake with the gas cylinder that you can see.
There's the guy in jeans and a t-shirt who walks through a shot of the Roman camp and then kind of gets caught and sort of steps backwards.
But I think this makes these movies extra special, if anything.
Yeah. What's this Oliver Reed's really famous bit? He was like, "You will fight, you will die to the sound of." Like clapping, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it is though, but it's great. He's so good in it. I mean, Oliver Reed is just he was so good.
Bill
like
Sykes.
absolute horror of a person apparently, but
apparently, yeah.
Always pissed.
Always fucking pissed. Yeah. But great film. But apparently this guy didn't like it. Bet his dad did though.
Yeah,
I watched it with my dad. It was good. We enjoyed it.
I can't remember now. I think
then we went to see Robin Hood. Ridley Scott's Robin Hood. Hoping to get that kind of to relive that amazing moment of watching a Ridley Scott film with Dad. Didn't. It was so bad.
So there were so many people that I knew that went to be extras in that film, like extras, sort of like soldiers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy I knew that he was a bit of a twat anyway, but he was like
obviously doesn't listen to the show.
No, he definitely doesn't listen. And I'm not going to say his name, because I can't remember it. But he was like, was on set for a long time, got quite friendly with Ridley, actually. It's like first name basis. And he was like, he's got me coming in for his new gangster film. Going to be one of the heavies, yeah. And I was like, have you auditioned? He's getting you to audition for it, is he? I was just playing along. And he was like, no, I've just got the role. It's like, hey, that's not how the industry works.
Good old Rid, the Riddler.
He's like, Russell Crowe has to come in and audition for everything, but no, this guy gets an offer, even though he was the fucking like the bowman on the left in like a massive beach battle scene.
When did he bring out a gangster film though?
He didn't. This was the thing. Like this was the bollocks that this guy was talking. Like he was just ridiculous. It was just
it's like people who make up stuff on their CV. You're going to get found out.
Yeah. This girl I knew where it was like, this time last year I rapped on Guardians of the Galaxy. Such a great crew, such a great experience. And I watched it and I was like, which bit were you in? And she was like, I was in the prison scene. I haven't seen it myself, but other people I know have seen it and they said that I was good in it. And I really had to sort of look really hard, and basically there's one bit where the actual characters are walking through the prison and all the prisoners are going and sort of shouting and pointing and stuff, and she's up on the balcony at the very top at the far left with about 4 other people going and that was it.
That was it.
But she was great. She stole the show. At first I wanted to be like, were you Chris Pratt? Was that you playing Chris Pratt? Because that was great.
Don't be bitter, Ryan. That being said, I'm joking. There was also that guy that claimed to be a stormtrooper in the first film. That was me with the battens.
Oh yeah.
And then the actual actor who actually did play was like, actually, that was me.
Yeah, because the guy was a stunt performer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he claimed it was him because he didn't think anyone would know. Obviously, Disney, the guy who played it, and everyone involved knew.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of blacklisted.
Yeah.
Which is like, good one.
Well done, mate. Idiot. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, we should probably do.
Let's. We can wrap it up. We're wrapped up.
No, we got to do a film for them, haven't we?
Shit.
We've also got to announce last week's winner.
We spoke too long. Okay, so last week's film was, of course, Blade Runner.
It was, and who got it right, Paul? Someone got it. I think it was
It was a podcast, another podcast.
Wasn't
It was the Studying Scarlet podcast, and the two girls there, they both answered that correctly.
Yeah, well done, girls.
And so you can check out their podcast. We said we'd do that for them because, you know, they answered right and they answered first. So that's the Studying Scarlet podcast.
Well done. Check them out.
Or Study Scarlet Pod on Twitter. Check it out. It's good. If you like true crime, that's your bag. That's your cup of tea. That.
I get scared. It's true crime.
You get scared.
It's true. Because I know it could happen.
So you just prefer outrageous, fake crime.
Well, yeah, because it wouldn't happen to me.
Then
can't get me. Untouchable. Okay, so it's time for you people playing at home. It's time for your movie.
Yeah.
So me and Paul have both got a review each of the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're both 1 star, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to go first.
He is.
So 1 star out of 10. Really sucks. This movie is just another chick flick. They just threw in a sports theme to get the girlfriends to drag their poor men to this piece of trash. Waste of celluloid. Don't bother to see this one. Tom Cruise is so full of himself. The little boy acts like a brat for the effect of everyone saying, "How cute." This made me want to barf. The scene at the end is so nauseating. What corny garbage. Get a puke bag instead of a popcorn bag.
All right. You may have got a few clues in there. So, or one. Actually, no, there's a couple of clues in there.
Couple of clues.
Here's my one. 1 star out of 10. Worst movie ever. I was finally persuaded to see this movie, and it was worse than I thought. The main character is a greedy, self-obsessed sports agent, and he loses his job. Are we supposed to feel sorry for him? I have no sympathy for any of the characters in this film. It was truly painful to watch. I'd rather go to the dentist for 2 hours. Depends. Dentist could be a lovely person. So.
Oh my
So
God.
there you go. So, what is the film that those 1 star reviews are reviewing about? Essentially,
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Just like Studying Scarlet podcast did.
Yeah.
And then you too can have your name read out on the podcast and tagged on Twitter.
Yeah, so Twitter us, Instagram us.
Yeah.
Do all those things. Do it.
So
There we go.
yeah. So that's it. We're going to wrap up now.
That's the end. Don't forget to rate and review and subscribe.
Correct.
And do all those other lovely things.
That's the second week you've not actually said it.
What?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, my catchphrase.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason, Paul.
But you finally got bored of it, which I'm hoping for.
I know. I've been preparing something for you.
Oh.
You ready for this?
I guess.
Okay, here it is.
Sitting at home on your own, letting all of your time pass. Give it a try, there's no reason why. You lazy sack of shit, get up your ass. Stop pulling your hood, stop thumbing your ass. Rate, review, and subscribe. Stop pulling your hood, stop thumbing your ass. Rate, review, and subscribe. Rate, review, and subscribe. Listening in, we give you a grin, and yet you move on with your day. It's easy peasy, it's lemon squeezy. You useless son of a bitch, have your say. Stop pulling your hood, stop thumbing your ass. Rate, review, and subscribe. Stop pulling your hood, stop thumbing your ass. Rate, review, and subscribe. subscribe.
I hate it.
Thank you to Cold Callers Comedy for the great episode. Check out the links in the show notes to subscribe. Thanks again for listening to Comedy by Indie Drop-In. If you would like your show featured, reach out to us at Indie Drop-In on all social media or go to indiedropin.com. See you next time.